We're Vero and Justin, Canadians who took a year off in their 30s to travel the world. After spending a few days hiking in Sedona and the Grand Canyon, we made our way to southern Arizona. In this video, we combined 3 things to do near Tucson. First, we hiked up Mount Lemmon. Then, we drove to Bisbee, a cute old mining town. And finally, we explored a preserved western town called Tombstone. All of these stops are under 1.5 hours away from Tucson and worth the trip if you have a car. If you like our videos, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button and the bell so you'll be the first to know when we upload new content. Good morning from Tucson, Arizona. Today we're doing a 13-kilometer hike called Mount Lemmon with 2 M's. Should take us about 4 hours, and the drive alone from Tucson was spectacular. So this hike is actually at 8,000 feet, so it's a little bit of an elevation. I was expecting a hike with cacti because Tucson's full of them, but as soon as you get up here, it's all conifer trees.
Yeah, so it's weird because you drive from Tucson, the valley, and you drive all the way up to the top of the mountain. You kind of left wondering, am I going to be hiking at all? There's a lot of warnings about fires, cigarettes, all of that's banned here. And you can see why, because every tree along the base is burnt to a crisp. And then I guess they saved the rest of the trees because the top of them was okay.
Nothing makes you feel more out of shape than thin air and high altitude. We did much harder hikes in Sedona, much warmer hikes. But I feel like I'm moving through mud right now. Can't breathe. How are you doing?
Same.
Yeah? I feel so out of shape, I don't get it.
We have spent the past 2 days celebrating our end of work, so could be why. You know you're likely walking to the tallest peak in this range when you see a ton of cell phone towers up ahead.
This last stretch is really difficult. We're walking turtle pace and it's hard, very steep.
We're at now 9,000 feet in elevation. And I don't know what Tucson is, the city.
Well, it's definitely below 4,000 because when we drove here, the first sign that I saw said 4,000 elevation.
Took a little detour to a dead end, but it's a nice summit to have our lunch because we are 6.2 kilometers in. The whole thing's 12.7. So this is almost the halfway point, and the rest will be downhill, or mostly downhill. Nice view. How's the lunch spot, ladies?
I like it. It's a little chilly, but the sun's coming out.
We have one cloud, big one, and there's no wind, so it takes forever to move. All right, after 4 hours and 10 minutes, we are done our hike and back to the scenic drive, round 2.
Well, it's almost noon in Tucson, and today we are actually exploring the outskirts of Tucson. So we're going to Tombstone, which is an old cowboy village. Justin can explain it better than me. And then we're also heading to Bisbee, which is an old mining town.
So because Tombstone's supposed to still look like an old western town, you're actually not allowed to drive a car on the main road. It's all a dirt road, and I'm assuming there's horses and things, but we will see that later.
Bisbee is located in the Mule Mountains. It was founded as a copper, gold, and silver mining town back in the 1880s. After mining started going down, so the copper was running out, it was kind of dead for a little while until the artsy hippies. They actually moved here in the 70s and kind of brought it back to life. And in 1972, they actually reopened it for tourism purposes. This is definitely a cool spot to visit if you're in Tucson because you get out of the big city feel. And this is the first small town in the US that I visit. So I'm really liking the vibe. It's also Wednesday afternoon, so it's not super busy. Adorable. It was mostly closed because it's a Wednesday afternoon, but we went for gelato and sherbet for me, and then we headed off to a nearby shisha cafe. Now we're about to go visit the Queen Mine, which is one of the mines, and then there's, what's the thing we're just saying?
I think this is the mine. They have open pit and underground, and at one point it was the largest copper mine in the world.
A lot of mining.
There's more than copper.
So Justin, tell us, why dig the pit?
In the 20th century, there were technologies made to actually extract copper from low-grade ore. So that's why they decided, let's do open pit mining here. And then the demand from World War I, World War II, cars,
electricity,
all drove demand for copper.
Neat. What do you think? Do you like copper?
So in Bisbee, you can actually take tours of an underground copper mine. But in the 70s, the underground mines ran out of ore that was desirable. In the 20th century, then that's when the technologies came to actually extract copper from the lower grade ore, and that's why they were able to resurrect the mining in this town and do it open pit style, which is this huge crater that we're standing in front of now, which has so many colors. It looks really cool, especially with the sun setting.
Also, it was created over 60 years. That's how long they were mining it, and they divided up into 3 different pits.
3 pits?
3 pits. Over 60 years.
Amber has 4 pits.
She finds that offensive.
She's got 4 pits. They all smell like garbage after a hike.
Now, how many pits do you have, after hiking?
2, and they smell great.
Off to Tombstone we go for some old cowboy town. Yeehaw! Here we are, we have arrived at Tombstone.
So Tombstone, Arizona is actually a town. It's not registered as a theme park or anything. It used to be a real like Western town, and it's been preserved now as a tourist attraction. But yeah, you can't drive along the main street. It's all a dirt road. Looks really cool in the sun setting. I'm hoping to get a beer at a saloon. That's my goal. There's a wanted gal around these parts. I reckon I see her.
Amber.
Touring the Old West for the day. Howdy, partner. We are heading back to Phoenix, Scottsdale to be more specific, for the final 5 days of our Arizona trip.
So if you like this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like this video.
See you in Europe soon. You can hear the machine zapping you. Very traffic this one, so she's getting a lot less compliments than she did on all the other hikes. And it's starting to hurt her self-esteem. She needs a boost. So Amber, you're beautiful.
Gorgeous. No.
Zinc sunscreen. Not for the faint of heart. While it's healthier, it's also feels like a second skin. It's all pasty and sticky. Picante! Thank you for watching the Vaccination Vacation, also called a 3-part series around Tucson.